Contact us today to get the best coverage from the best companies like Ohio Mutual.
You buy better at Burns. You buy better at Burns. You buy better.
Hi, Miranda Mahoney here from Grizzle Pride, your local drug prevention coalition. So, marijuana, now legal in Connecticut, but there are some things you really should know. It's only legal for people 21 and older. And always, always secure your cannabis products like edibles, vape pens, dabs, and of course marijuana in a locking storage container and keep it out of sight and of reach of kids. Kids don't know the difference between a THC edible gummy and a candy gummy you might buy at a store. There's many resources available at grizzlepride.org or our Facebook and Instagram pages. And parents, you are your child's greatest influence. Talk early, talk often about the risks of substance use on their developing brains. Check out grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org. grizzlepride.org.
Your community radio. Live from Main Street.
Mike Minarski and Paul Lash in the morning and 80s all day and night.
SNSN.
Like they always say things that aren't stupid usually. And when they are stupid, it's funny.
You gotta get a new intro.
Yeah, that was getting kind of old.
It's been about what 6 months, 8 months we've been using that one.
Yeah, time for a new one.
Time for a new intro. All right, I'll work on that. Chop chop. God save Dennis Rodman.
He was going to be a hero.
Oh, yeah, he's really going to be a hero. Yeah,
it was going to be a hero.
Oh, yeah. Dennis Rodman was going to go to Russia and try to free Brittany Griner.
Yep. Apparently, he's buddy with Putin.
Oh, he's buddy with everybody, apparently.
I don't get it.
Comrade.
I know it.
He's buddy with him. He's buddy with the guy in North Korea.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was going, but
they pulled it back, right?
He did. He pulled it back because he didn't want it. It's a real sensitive issue, so he's changed his mind now. He's not going.
But he'll go play video games with the guy in North Korea.
Yeah,
it's not sensitive though. He's only talking about blowing shit up. Yeah, yeah. Not trading spies. You know?
I know it.
So you can go play Grand Theft Auto with that turkey, but you don't want to go talk to Putin about.
Yeah,
why don't you let a fellow basketball player, comrade?
Yeah. I don't know what he was going to do, to be honest with you. But apparently the White House didn't want him to go either.
Victoria says right off, maybe we will get lucky and the Russians will keep them both. Griner and...
he's not going now.
No, he's not going.
That's not going.
Well,
yep.
That's a darn shame. I guess I don't understand really where Dennis Rodman has always felt, or he's interjected himself into like the world political scene. Why does he feel that he's relevant? Because he played basketball?
I don't know. Well, he was quite the star in his day, I guess.
Okay, so is Tom Cruise, but Tom Cruise is not going to go. I'm going to go solve things.
Yeah.
I
don't know. I guess only because he's been buddy with the guy in North Korea, and apparently he knew Putin. So he figures, he figures, he's like a buddy like you and I. I mean,
we're not friends.
I know that, but I'm just using that as an example. How many people have actually, like a common person, can go speak with Putin? Not too many.
I don't know. Maybe they find him interesting because of, he went through a cross-dressing phase, and he probably 85% of his body is covered in tattoos. He's a tough guy.
Well, that's what they said. Apparently,
apparently,
when he played basketball, he was tough. He was a real tough guy when he played basketball. So,
well, that's beautiful.
That's what they liked. That's what they liked about him.
So did Donald Trump play basketball or football? How about Joe Biden?
Joe Biden. Yeah.
Croquet? I don't know.
I thought he did knitting.
He knit.
Yeah, he did knit or crochet.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't know. I never understood. There's the things I don't understand. I mean, I just don't understand. Like Rodman.
Yeah.
Why? Why? Why do people or anybody at all think he's relevant to go to any country at all to try to discuss international matters?
Well, I don't think a lot of people think he is relevant to go to
No.
those countries, but unfortunately, these people who are heads of state like him.
Yep.
I mean, who the hell ever thought that he would go into North Korea and get along with the guy?
But who cares? It didn't. Nothing happened.
No, nothing happened.
You know, it was just turned out to be a public vacation for Dennis Rodman. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
He didn't get anything done.
Yeah. Well, I guess he figured because he was.
It wasn't anything.
Well, I guess he figured because he was friends with these people that he could do something. So, at least you got to give the guy.
Is he friends with Zelensky? Is he going to go stop the war?
No.
You know, I mean, if you're going to put Putin together, have a little bit of borscht and some vodka and say, hey, come on, boys, let's talk about this for a bit. Let's settle things up and let's become friends and stop blowing things up.
Well, you got to give the guy credit. At least he wanted to try.
Huh?
Where was James during this whole thing? All he did was bitch.
Victoria says, well, now he's a pansy ass. B.I. Okay, figure it out. Because he's not going. He's a showman. He always acts better.
Oh, he's a showman.
That's it.
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if sometimes Rodman does stunts like this to try to keep himself relevant. Because is he really relevant?
Yeah. We haven't heard much
You know?
about it. We haven't heard much about him in quite a while.
Why don't we send William Shatner?
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know.
he's going where no man has gone before.
That's true. He has. And he's actually going up.
He has gone up. He
Yeah.
has gone up into space.
He actually walked the walk.
But why wouldn't we send him there? Why wouldn't we send him? He'll talk like this. Putin.
Just probably not-
Let's talk about Griner a little.
Well, like I said, he tried. I think he was probably thinking he could do something because of his
Because of his what? Height?
no, because of his relationships.
Well, it didn't do anything in North Korea.
No, I know it.
It didn't do anything at all.
No.
Like
it
I said, they played video. He said right now, what's funny, after an interview, he said that, or during an interview, they asked, what do you do in Kim Jong-un? What do you guys do together? We play video games. We don't talk anything about world politics or the world scene. We're just friends.
No. Well, maybe he's friends with Putin. I don't know. But anyway, he changed his mind. He's not going.
Apparently, Shatner doesn't have time right now. He's busy at a horse show in Kentucky. He just doesn't have time.
He's a big horseman.
Yeah.
Yeah, big time.
So,
Yeah.
So they asked him if he would go. He said, nah. Yeah.
He actually wasn't a
The
lot.
bad jokes are flowing.
Actually, he was a Western star actor. He plays in a lot of Westerns. Shatner.
Did I fire 7 shots, Spock, or
Yeah.
6? Tell me
Yeah.
right now. Zulu, where are we? Here.
Yeah.
It's the Dakotas.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh well. So that story's over.
So I don't understand that. I do not understand the whole Dennis Rodman thing. I didn't understand it when he was.
I was kind of shocked that what?
Well, I just kind of threw my hands up and it's like, why? What? I don't understand. I know I'm just beating this to death. But
I don't know what he was going to do, to be honest with you. I really don't know. So maybe he thought he could do something. So, but you got to give the guy credit. The only one from the NBA that decided to do something about something.
Yeah.
So whether it happened, it didn't happen. At least he spoke up about it. So it's over. He ain't going.
Joe, we got a world crisis. Bring in Major League Baseball. It's true.
I know.
Bring in the NBA.
Oh Christ. We really be in doggy too.
God,
Christ.
imagine sending Kurt Schilling over there. Oh, he's really political, that guy.
Is he?
Oh, Jesus, yeah. He's kind of built a career. He got kicked off of ESPN, for a lot of his political statements.
Oh boy.
But it's true. I mean, you think about it. It's like, why are we doing this?
Oh. We're talking about it.
We got a problem with Canada? Bring in the curling team. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. It's funny.
I don't get it. It's completely idiotic.
Yeah. He came up, and now he's going to just float away again.
Laura bringing up some current events, which is relevant, which is very true. Listen to this. She saw Pelosi's husband pled guilty to DUI, 5 days in jail, 3 years probation, mandatory 3-month drunk driving class, ignition locking system, and a $7,000 fine. Or in fines altogether.
Yeah. He's got to blow in the tube before he starts his car.
Well, good for him, because you know what? If you or I got the same thing, if we got arrested or pulled over for the same thing.
Blow in the tube to start your car.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you really think he'll have to drive? No. They'll send him a car.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. Good for him. But at least they did something, because I think they were getting a lot of heat on that.
Yeah.
I think they were getting a lot of heat on that on the national stage. Why is Pelosi's husband? First of all, why is he inside trading? And second of all, why does he get off driving drunk? Or everybody else would lose their license, go to jail, do something.
Maybe he had to drink to make Pelosi look good.
Hey, Nancy, you're looking good tonight, baby.
Better than a paper bag.
Come on over here. Call me daddy.
Oh, my God.
You imagine? I don't even want to. That's not a good visual at all.
Yeah. She must have been ticked that he got caught.
So what?
Good.
Screw her.
I bet she must have been ticked. Yeah.
Not a Pelosi fan.
Well, I think a lot of people.
And I'm not a Pelosi fan, not because of any kind of political affiliation. I think she's an idiot.
Well, she was a model. She was a
model criminal.
No, she was a beauty model. Used to, one of those chicks that used to stand in front of cars.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was her.
Chicks?
Well,
you can't say chicks.
All right, woman.
Okay, there we go. Very good. You can't say chicks, dude.
Okay, so
can't say babes.
Okay, so she was one of those models that stood in front of new cars.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I never would have guessed, to be honest with you.
Yeah. It's hard to believe she used to look good.
Maybe now you know why Mr. Pelosi started drinking. A lot.
I know. Oh boy.
So all right. So now we've discussed. We do not understand how. Timmy Hirschberg. I swear to Jesus, I was thinking this exact same thing, and I almost said it.
Yeah.
And he said she was something before electricity. That was an old Robin Williams joke.
Yeah, she was.
So
well, she's in her 80s.
Yeah.
It's a wonder what makeup does for you.
Yeah, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Look at Betty White. She was a pretty lady.
Yeah, she was.
99 years old. She was still a pretty woman.
Yeah.
Pelosi.
Well, Pelosi's no Betty White.
I'm telling you, Pelosi is a handsome man. Yeah, I tell you that right now. June says, what's to prevent him from driving a different car without the interlock? They must have more than one vehicle. Pelosi, a model for what?
You get caught, you're in jail.
Yeah.
You can't be driving.
I don't think he's going to drive.
He's not going to drive anyway. He's going to have somebody take him, or he's going to
have driving Mr. Dizzy Daisy.
Yeah. That's exactly what's going to happen. Or Nancy will drive.
No, I think they'll have somebody driving him around.
Yeah,
You imagine that? I mean, he'll be in the back seat of the car, drunk, right? And he'll be like driving past the press, flipping people off, going, "What up, bitches? Thought you could hold me down, huh?
Yeah.
Look at all that money I made in insider trading. Now I got a driver."
Well, it's hard to say what the hell happened. A lot of people go out and have a couple extra drinks, and that's what happens.
Me and my buddy Hunter Biden.
Could happen to anybody, I guess. Just happened to her.
No, that's you know what? That's I don't know, self-control. I don't go out
No, you don't. But
and drink and drive.
no, but
First of all, I really don't drink because I never really got the taste for
Yeah.
alcohol.
Yeah.
You know, I never.
Yeah.
There are some things that I enjoy, like ciders.
Yeah.
I do like ciders, you know, because they don't really taste a lot like alcohol.
No, if you get some cider that's a little old, could have alcohol.
No,
in
I'm
it.
talking about the ones you buy in the store. Dude. I'm not talking about
Oh.
ones, you know,
Gotcha.
that, you know, like maybe an inmate would have in a ceiling somewhere because it's been fermenting. No, this is, you know, yeah, I don't really do that. But then again, you know, you have people that do that.
Oh,
They'll
yeah.
just go,
Yeah.
you know, whether they're an alcoholic or whatever, and they can't, you know, control it or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you guys want to talk about this morning? We're pretty much an open book, you know. We're just kind of talking about different things that have come across in the news, like Pelosi and Pelosi's husband, and of course Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
Red Sox still suck,
Yeah.
but just too bad because
I'm
I'm a big Red Sox fan.
Fauci's retiring.
Wow, that's it. Fauci's retiring, and the flu is back. Holy crap!
Yeah. He's retiring at $350,000 a year.
Yeah,
Not bad. Apparently, he's in his 80s too.
yeah. He's got a couple of pet penguins.
So
he's
he's leaving.
He's got to make sure that they're tended to. You know.
Yeah. So, what else is in the news?
Huh?
A lot of rain last night.
Which is good.
Yeah, not here though, but a lot of rain.
Well, no, maybe. Well, 2 days ago, Eastern Connecticut.
We had some pretty good rain a couple of days ago, but not to the level of other places.
No,
Yeah.
no, but 2 days ago there was a good soaking rain.
Yeah, there was.
in Eastern Connecticut,
Yeah,
which
there
was
was.
nice to see.
Yes.
Yesterday, it came down a bit last night.
Yeah.
You
but
know,
not,
around
not to the extent of some of the other
maybe
areas.
8:30 or so.
Yeah.
With
'Cause there
thunder
were-
and lightning.
There were places in Connecticut that did flood. I'm not sure where they were, but there was some flooding in town.
Well, there won't be any flooding around here right now.
no,
I'll tell
no,
you that.
no,
So, I can tell you this. So we, Melissa and I take the puppies and go for a walk. Usually
Mhm.
down, you know, we do the
Yeah.
circle around Veterans Memorial Park.
Yep.
So we do that, but so what do? We go in through the youth center parking lot,
Yep.
and we go across the bridge. So when we go across the bridge, the thing that I always look, I don't know why, I just do now. I look at the waterfall.
Yep.
Now the waterfall is, I don't know what, 50 feet wide or so. Let's just say 50, 60 feet wide.
Yep.
During normal times, there's water that's coming down
coming off of it.
from
Yeah.
the entire side of the waterfall.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, you know, and you take it for granted, right?
Yep.
Well, lately, now there's only water coming from like maybe a 20-foot spot.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you look underneath and the water's not moving.
Yeah.
Now the water underneath the bridge there, like, you know, that goes, you know, crosses Ashland Street.
Yeah.
You know, that goes in and then feeds
Sure.
eventually into the Quinnebog.
Yeah.
That right there, I can remember being a kid and fishing off of the bridge.
Yeah.
On Ashland Street.
Yep.
You know, looking for them pumpkin seed, and
Yeah.
because that's really all you
Yeah,
got.
that's all you got. Yeah.
You couldn't really see anywhere near the bottom because the water was probably about 6 to 8 feet deep.
Yeah.
You know? And now I don't think it's a foot deep.
Wow.
That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
And I don't think
Yeah.
people realize that.
Yeah.
We
Well,
don't take it for granted, you know? So
Well, it would be interesting to see if we replenish out what kind of snow we're going to get this year. You know,
yeah.
will it,
I bet you we're gonna get shellacked with snow this year.
if we get a lot of snow, that'll make up for the lack of rainfall. But let's hope not.
Let's see. Tim Hirschberger says the idiot in the WH. We talking about World Health Organization. We talking about West Haven. What are we talking about? Wants to pay off student loans.
You know who he is?
White House.
Yeah, White House.
I knew.
I understand he's looking to. It was $10,000. I thought I saw. It wasn't. It was when it started off.
It's not the whole thing.
No, it was going to give you 10 grand. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's what I thought I saw. The latest thing I saw was like 10 grand.
We're just going to print more money.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Gas will be to $12 a
Yeah,
gallon.
but it's kind of unfair
What the hell?
to.
Why not?
It's kind of unfair to some of the kids that wanted to go to college. And unfortunately, they couldn't get a loan or whatever, so now they had to go to work. So, whatever.
Are you familiar at all with the Rashad Brooks case?
Rashad Brooks case.
Mm-hmm.
Not sure what that case is about.
Well, Victoria just said, did you see the charges against the two officers in the Rashad Brooks shooting?
That's
Had all charges dismissed.
oh.
I did not see.
Well, they just did something with the female officer who lied with the Taylor case there in, was it Minnesota or wherever it is, the black woman that got shot.
Mm-hmm.
She lied about something, so yeah.
This is in Atlanta. All charges dropped against Atlanta officers in shooting of Rashad Brooks. Prosecutor says they, quote unquote, committed no crimes.
Oh.
Yeah, in Georgia, you're right.
Yeah.
The shooting of Brooks came at the peak of the movement in the summer of 2020 for police accountability, blah, 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 blah. And set nights of protests in Atlanta. That was in a fast food parking lot, wasn't it? Like a Wendy's or something like that?
I don't remember. Might have been. Yeah.
The attorney said they committed no crimes and acted as reasonable officers, and that the use of the force that they used was justified.
Oh. Well.
Yeah, I remember that. I think the guy had a couple to drink, but the guy wasn't. He wasn't. Yeah, I don't think he should have got shot. First, he got tased, and then he got. Then they shot him.
I don't know. I don't remember the case, so because it's not around here, so it's Atlanta, so we really don't pay that much attention to it.
Oh, it was all over the news, Paul.
Well, I know
it really was.
It was, but it wasn't something I really paid attention to. Yeah.
Yep. So they said right out, committed no crime.
Well, they must have certainly investigated it for some. They weren't going to just throw it under the. They were going to make sure they looked at it real well, because I'm sure there would have been a lot of hassle if they didn't. So yeah. I'm sure they looked at it over pretty good.
Yeah. This is something, and this is I heard about this too, and this is an interesting story. The fight that they had on the Block Island Ferry a few weeks ago.
Oh yeah. They
suspended the liquor license of the venue where the people involved in the fight were attending a festival, and not only that, but they got heavily fined as well. Yeah. And they're closed right now.
They lost their license for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
As soon as you come off the boat, it's that restaurant right straight ahead in front of you. Yeah. I've eaten there myself. I've been over there.
Victoria says 2 years those officers were persecuted. So sad. He stole the taser from the officers.
Oh, see?
And used it against them.
There you go. So there's things that we don't know.
But it's not worth getting shot.
No.
Shot dead.
Well.
Really?
You don't know. We weren't in that situation, so we don't know.
All right. Your loved one. Yeah, random person.
I know.
All right.
Yeah.
Sure. They're drunk. They take the they knock the guy down. They get the officer's taser. A taser, not gonna hurt, not gonna kill you.
I know.
Okay. Then he gets shot dead. And it's your loved one, Paul. Is that justified in your mind?
It wouldn't be. No.
Of course.
No, of course
okay.
Not.
But if it's somebody else in Georgia that we don't know about, it's like, whatever.
Yeah.
I guess it's all about perspective, right?
Yep. And we don't know the details, so I can't comment one way or the other whether it was right or wrong, because we weren't in that situation. Maybe they were afraid. I don't know. Maybe they were afraid for their lives. We don't know. So yeah.
What do you do? What
about all the immigrants now coming into New York, Washington? They're busting them up out of Texas.
Why do we think this is something new?
No, but they're starting to complain. New York's complaining. Washington, D.C. is complaining because they're getting all the immigrants. They're putting them up in, I heard in New York, they're putting them up in hotels. They're actually filling them up with hotel rooms, costing them $300 million to put all the immigrants up in the hotels. Costing the taxpayers of New York.
But this is stuff that's been going on for many, many, many decades.
Well, yeah, but right now it's.
Why is it any different? Why is it all of a sudden because it's a political issue?
Well, you got to remember that the border states were taking the hit.
Yeah, but Paul, this is stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, but not to the extent. No, well, it's been going on, but now they're starting to feel what the border states are feeling.
Mm-hmm.
You got all these immigrants crossing the border and causing issues in those states. Now they're busing them up to New York and Washington, and now the mayors are complaining because they got no place to put them.
Yeah,
you know, so now they're starting to feel the crunch. I mean, I guess it's good because now they're going to bring it to a head. Why aren't we doing something about the immigrants? Why aren't we doing something about immigration?
Mm-hmm.
They're ignoring. White House is ignoring it. They ain't doing nothing.
Yeah.
So
Victoria says, going back to the case in Georgia, says, by the time he was shot, he was drunk driving, assaulted 2 officers, stole the taser, resisted arrest. Watch the link on my page, Mike. You'll see it was justified. I don't know. I'm one of those folks that I don't know if any of that's justified. You know, I mean, where you could shot the tires out. You could have shot him and then you capped.
I don't know.
You know, I guess in the heat of the moment, you don't think that.
No.
But I don't know.
Yeah. And I don't know enough about the case to make any comments one way or the other.
Yeah. Why? You usually do.
I didn't follow that story.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I guess I always throw it back to, well, if it was your loved one, was it justified then?
Well,
like I said, it's all about perspective.
Well,
right?
whether the person was right or wrong,
Mm-hmm.
the loved one's always going to. It's never going to say that the guy was wrong. You know. So
No, not necessarily true. I mean, you know, they may say something like, okay, this person, you know, did a crime, they did this, but was it worthy of an execution?
don't know.
We don't know. You know,
We don't know because we don't know the situation, how those cops were when the guy, whatever he did.
yeah.
No.
Now, don't start pegging me. I'm not one of those, you know, get rid of the cops people. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the furthest person from that. I just don't understand why. Maybe somebody can explain to me why, you know, that, you know, in a situation like that, why execution is the only.
Well,
option.
I'm sure that Atlanta being like Atlanta is, that they followed this case very thoroughly to make sure that if they were proving not guilty, then they must have agreed with it because, you know, I'm sure they investigated it very well.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see. Primaries.
Yeah.
What do you think of DeSantis?
I don't know. A lot of people, some people like him, some people hate him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be
Isn't that
interesting.
pretty much the case with almost every politician?
Yeah. I don't know whether Trump is going to run. I don't know. I wish he wouldn't. Let somebody else take over. I don't think he should run, to be honest with you.
Who, Biden?
No, Trump. I don't think he should run. No, because we're going to be.
Why? Tell me why Trump should not run.
Because
in your
we're-
opinion,
because-
don't just spit words. Why do you think that?
Because we're going to have 4 more years of the bull crap that went on during his last time last time he was president for 4 years. We had
Okay.
more crap going on.
How
Nothing-
was the economy in those 4 years?
They were good.
Okay.
I must admit the economy was good. Yes, it was.
Now, was the economy good because of Donald Trump, or was the economy good because we were Just in that, you know what I mean?
If
Everything's cyclical.
depends whatever party you talk to.
Huh?
Depends on which party you talk to.
Isn't that the same thing as every single election?
Yeah.
So it's like we're saying the same things. We're just saying them differently.
Yeah.
You know, and with the advent of social media getting more and more and more, powerful in society these days.
Mm-hmm.
So, things take on a whole new shape.
Yeah.
But aren't we really saying the same things?
Yeah. Well, it's going to be interesting to see who the Democrats put up for candidates for. I guess Cheney wants to run now.
Which one, her or him?
She does. She's bitter. She's very bitter that she lost.
Okay.
I take it as her being very bitter. And whatever she does, she's going to go after Trump no matter what.
So, the people that are joining us this morning, who do you feel would be a good presidential candidate? The party does not matter.
Right.
Who do you think would be a good presidential candidate? Other than other than Trump or Biden.
Yeah.
So if we were to put fresh blood into the White House, as far as, never been in a presidential race, who do you think would be a good president of the United States? And who do you feel should run?
I don't know.
Okay, Victoria says DeSantis.
Yeah, he seems to be the most popular one right now.
Uh-huh. And why?
Because I think what he's done in Florida.
With the pandemic and everything?
Pandemic, yeah.
Okay.
Of course, a lot of people don't agree with his tactics on the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how some people feel. But and he's not taking any crap.
Polino says bozo, since they're all clowns now.
Yeah, that's for sure.
And he spells it the Italian way, B-O-Z-Z-O.
Yeah.
It's B-O-Z-O, Dave.
Yeah. No, it's going to be interesting to see who they're going to put in.
Yeah.
I think that.
What do you mean who they're going to put in? You mean who you're going to put in? Who I'm going to put in?
Well, we're not going to put him in.
Huh?
We're not going to put him in. Are you kidding?
Yeah,
They're going to pick who they can work like a puppet. Joe's not going in.
Oh, he's a lame duck president.
Yeah, he's not.
He's definitely a lame
yeah,
duck
he's
president.
not going in. He knows he's not.
But even if he did run, he'd be what, 104? Running again, and
Yeah,
his big platform would be eat Quaker oats. It's the right thing to do.
No, I don't think he would. He's not going to run again.
Okay, so he's not going to run again.
No.
So who's going to run? Kamala Harris, or is it Kamala?
Yeah. I heard the governor of California wants to run.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you're going to find a lot of them that will throw their hat in the ring. That's for sure.
You know who I think maybe not this election, but the next election, who you got to look for in serious will probably throw their hat into the arena?
Who?
Ned Lamont. I'm telling you.
No, Ned's not going to. He's not going to put his hat in. No.
Not this time. I said in 4 years. How much you want to
Nah.
bet? How much you want to bet?
No.
Okay.
Too small a state.
So was Mass, and Dukakis made a run.
Yeah, he
Didn't win.
Didn't win.
Well, I'm not going to say Lamont would win. I'm just saying, do you
Yeah.
think he'd throw his hat in the ring?
Nah. I don't think so. Nope. I doubt it very much.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Is there a woman out there that either party that could win?
Well, I'm sure there is somewhere, but I don't know. I just
don't know the women candidates to.
in the last election, I just have a hard time, and this is something that I've heard from a lot of people. The best we could do was Biden and Trump to run this country. And does that just go to prove that whoever we put in there is really not running the show.
Well, I think it comes down to not necessarily who's got the money. That's what it comes down to. It's not the talent to run the country. It comes down to who's got the money to run for the office. That's what it comes down to.
Dave says, speaking of clowns for leaders, Ned Lamont won't even keep his company in Connecticut. He's moving his business out of state.
Oh, he is.
Now, do you know that for a fact, David, or is that speculation?
Wow.
Because I have not seen anything or heard anything about that, but
no,
I don't know. Maybe you have.
You probably won't because they're keeping it quiet.
Which would be completely contradictory of everything that he's been doing, because it's like
he wants to bring people into the state and he's moving his own company out.
What does he do? What does his company make? Widgets or something?
I don't know what he does. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's been in the money game for a long time. I think his family's been in these financial organizations. I forget what name of which one it was, but yeah, he comes from money.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does Stefanowski.
Yeah.
What does he do? He has those payday loans and stuff?
That's what they say. They're really knocking him on those payday loans. Yeah. You look at his commercials.
Why? Because they're expensive?
Well, all payday loans are expensive.
So who has got you in a hammerlock to push you into business to say you have to take advantage of a payday loan? If you know how much that's going to cost you, and you still do it,
people still do it,
then that's your own personal thing. Right, wrong, or indifferent, smart or stupid.
Right. Yeah. Just some people just have a hard time getting a loan, so their last resort is a payday loan. I don't know. I really don't know what kind of business that is. How many people are really using them now?
I would think in the depressed societies a lot.
No. I don't think
people that are living barely paycheck to paycheck. And there are a lot of people that are doing that in Connecticut.
Especially now.
This isn't all Fairfield County. I mean,
especially now. When inflation,
imagine if the people in Fairfield County, with all the money that they had, if they gave up 10% of their wealth to the rest of Connecticut, we'd all be great.
Well, surprisingly enough, there's a lot of rich people in this state.
They're all in Fairfield County.
Yeah. Well,
what do you think drives everything up? Because of all the money down there. You know, it really throws the per capita income straight up.
Yeah.
You know, people talk about, one of the, where the richest people live. Well, Connecticut. No, they live in like one section of Connecticut or two sections of Connecticut.
Right.
Yeah.
No, you're right. I mean, because most of them commute back and forth to New York City.
Mm-hmm.
At least they did. I don't know whether they still do it now. Yeah.
I don't think you have to anymore.
I don't even know if I'd want to work in New York City now.
Stanford.
Yeah.
Easton, Weston.
Yeah.
Fairfield.
Yeah.
Sono. Greenwich. That's all down there.
Yeah. That's true.
You're not hearing anybody talking about, look about the wealthy areas of Grizzled and Norwich.
Yeah.
How about those $1 million estates up in Warregan?
Yeah. Where are they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nope.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I know. It's terrific.
June. Good morning, June. Let's get here. Let's see. Lamont's wife made a few bucks off of COVID testing.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
She something to do with the medical practices? Must be. Yeah. No, I don't know.
No.
You say he's getting in, so we'll see.
Oh, you mean as far as Connecticut?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You say he's.
I don't think he's going to lose. I know I'm sounding like I'm not my. I'm a registered Republican. I am, but right now, everybody goes, "You sound like a Democrat." Well, so what?
Yeah.
So what? I can sound any way I want it, just like you.
Yeah.
But my opinion is that he's not going to lose. See, that's the one thing about this job that I can't stand. Is if you say your opinion, it automatically people think, well, that's what you want. and that's what you're going for. I didn't say it's what I wanted, and I didn't say it's what I didn't want.
Yeah.
That's the one thing,
Yeah. Well, I'd like to see it change.
You know what I do want?
What?
I want kids to stay and play at Griswold High School. No, I'm serious.
Yeah.
I've wanted that a long time.
Yeah.
Because we used to be a dynasty when it came for sports. I'm talking baseball, basketball, football, softball. Griswold was the place to go because now what?
Well, other schools have taken their lead, and now they're becoming dynasties. So it just happens.
I just wish the kids would stay.
Yeah.
Anyway, we're getting off subject, but
No.
But that's the thing. It's like, if I do this job here, what do? We facilitate a conversation. That's it.
Yeah.
But all of a sudden now you're pegged of, oh, this is what you want. This is something that you're hoping for.
Well, I would love to see change.
Well, we always want change.
Oh yeah, I'd love to see a change.
We're fickle. We're a fickle society.
in Connecticut to see. If
We like
could-
this now. We don't. We like this. No, we don't like that either.
Yeah.
Oh, well, maybe we'll like it again in 2 years. Who knows? It's a witch hunt.
Yeah.
It's a popularity contest.
And like I told you before, people forget. People were very upset with Lamont during the pandemic and how he kept everything closed and how he controlled everybody. It became a Gestapo.
Wrong.
But everybody
I don't
forgot.
agree. I think he pissed off Republicans.
Well, do you think all businesses are owned by Republicans?
No, but not all businesses were mad.
Sure they were.
They were mad because they weren't making any money because people, couldn't come to the business. But it wasn't just Connecticut; it was all 50 states
Well,
or the
that's-
lower 48 at least.
Yeah, but
what is that any governor's fault? A lot of that stuff came from the CDC, and a lot of those directives came from the National Health Department. It's like, for example, you have like, what's our local health department? Uncas Health, right? Uncas Health District.
Yeah.
Where do you think they get all of their guidance from?
Yeah.
The Connecticut Department of Health.
Right.
So that gets all filtered down to all the others,
True.
right?
Yeah.
So then what happens after? Where do they get their stuff from? Well, they get their stuff from National Department of Health.
Yeah. True.
So,
I mean, I think there could have been something he could have been a little more lenient on. He could have been a little more lenient on some of the stuff. He just followed, but he wanted to follow the guideline. He wasn't. Let's face it, Connecticut's a Democratic company. The federal government's Democrat. They had the rules. He wasn't going to buck the rules. He was going to follow whatever Washington said.
DeSantis was the only one that bucked the rules.
Yeah.
And that's why he's got that ground level swelling support right now.
Correct.
If he didn't, he wouldn't even be in the conversation.
That is true. Yeah, that is true. But I don't know. I think there's some things he could have been a little more lenient on.
Could say that with anything.
Yeah, but he didn't. He was, we went. I mean, there were times we had to be there was some restrictions we had to follow for a while, but he could have eased them up a little bit, and he didn't do it. He kept, because a lot of businesses were hurting, So he just decided to give people money.
So what I said is I don't feel Lamont is going to lose.
Well,
Right? That is my opinion. And my basis, Hartford, Bridgeport, New Haven, and Danbury.
that is true.
Okay, those are the four
Yeah.
big cities in Connecticut,
Yes.
or large, or the largest.
Yep.
There are more votes there
Yep. Then here.
than anywhere in the state.
Yeah. The only time our votes.
You in Bridgeport, you don't need all of Eastern Connecticut
Right.
at all.
No, I agree. The only time our votes really count is if it's a local election.
And if you look, I'm sure you did at the last election where they show like the different towns, it's 169 towns in Connecticut.
Yeah.
Who voted red, who voted blue.
Yeah.
All of Eastern Connecticut was all red.
Right.
Didn't matter.
Right.
Didn't matter. When you're getting 90% of the vote in East Hartford,
Yeah. No,
what does it matter? If you're getting 85% of the vote in Bridgeport, who cares about what's happening in Thompson?
No, I agree, and that's why we don't get a lot of stuff.
All right. Dave says, as reported by Connecticut Insider, Lamont's company, Semaphore Genomic Testing Company, announced this week's sweeping changes aimed at reining in costs that will include laying off about 240 employees in its facilities in Connecticut, closing its laboratory in Branford, and consolidating its Stamford real estate. While it also disclosed the resignation of its founder and president. The job cuts will affect 143 employees at the company's headquarters in Stamford.
It's a testing facility?
Yeah.
For
I guess,
what?
yeah. I don't know.
Oh, is it a testing facility for, was it the COVID testing they were doing?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't know.
Oh,
I never followed him on what he did.
Me either. So
Victoria says Lamont took it all over the top. That way, the state could get more federal funds. Tinny says he neglected to tell people of Connecticut that the U.S. government paid 90% of the COVID bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, they got a lot of money from the government.
And that the money helped balance the budget and give us a surplus. It wasn't because of this financial management.
Yeah. And he's using that in his campaign, that he balanced the budget. Yeah. Well, we all know how politicians work. They take credit for other people's doings. It's the way it always is.
Yeah.
You know, even comes down to not just politicians, but if you work for somebody and they're a manager or a director or whatever, they're going to take credit for what you did.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's just the way it works.
Isn't that the same just a household?
Well, when it comes higher, what do you mean a household?
Well, I mean, let's say you have a couple.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden they ended up saving $200 a month in their budget. Well, maybe it was one person that actually said, well, we need to cut this, whatever. Do you think the other person's going to take credit for it? Yeah.
Oh. Well, I don't know how important it is to take credit. The thing is that you save money.
Oh.
It's a little different.
What? What?
I don't know. I think it's, who takes credit in that thing? Who cares?
So are we worried about the process, or are we more worried about what political party did it? For example, Republicans are going to find wrongdoing with the Democrats. Democrats are going to find wrongdoing with the Republicans. So no matter what the process, good, bad, or indifferent, they're going to blame each other.
No, that's the way it always is.
Well,
absolutely.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be.
Yeah.
Especially in Connecticut. I mean, or in AC. Why don't they? I mean, they need to work bipartisan.
Yeah. Well, I think the majority of the last couple of years, I think
It's division. It's just more division. And that's what this whole bullshit's been about. Division.
Oh, yeah.
That's the real issue.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not COVID.
Well, that's over now. So
not monkeypox.
Haven't heard too much about that in the last couple of days. Haven't heard too much about it.
Neither have I.
Yeah, it's been quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
No, it's about division. That's the one thing that I am totally on board with that is happening in this world in the last 10, 12 years at least. Division. Everything is you against me.
Yeah.
Me against you.
Yeah.
Pick a subject. Pick a subject that is not just a political issue. It becomes me against you.
Yep.
So as we're all blazing our guns here, about different subjects and who we hate and stuff like that, we're picking sides. That's all that it is. Civil War, dude.
Well, everybody says that.
I think there's a lot of credibility to that. I think there's a lot of credibility to that.
Yeah. Who knows what's going to happen?
I don't know. I don't know.
This whole thing with Trump's raid got a lot of people upset. Not so much up here, but
why did they do it? What did it? I mean, why? Wait,
there's supposed to have been some documents there that he shouldn't have had. Now, I don't
okay, all right. So what?
Well, apparently there were some classified documents that should have never been taken to his place.
And he said that they were unclassified.
Right. So,
and they were even FOIable.
Yeah.
So whoever's right or wrong, again, it's you against me.
Yeah. Well,
really, in the big picture of things, why is that even important?
Well, it's important because I think what they're trying to do is if they can convict him, then he can't run.
Okay. So why aren't they talking about Hunter Biden? Oh, yeah. You see, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Me against you, you against me. Let's kind of pull you off the scent a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, let's send Dennis Rodman over there because he's important.
Yeah. I mean, that whole Hunter Biden thing is nothing's going to happen. Just like nothing happened with Hillary. Same thing.
Yeah.
This whole Russian dossier or whatever the hell they did. Nothing's going to happen.
Pelosi's husband was a pawn.
Yeah.
A pawn. He screwed up. Okay, fine, right? Millions of Americans, it happens the same to them. A lot of people have a disease called alcoholism.
Sure.
I'm not saying that Pelosi's husband or, Mr. Nancy, did this.
Yeah.
Or he has that disease. However, he was a pawn to say, look, we understand.
Yeah.
And we're going to take care of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And Victoria, you're right. That's it. It's important. And you said it too. It's important because they could keep him from running again. It's a witch hunt.
Yeah. Sure it is.
But they can do it on both sides. And that's all that it is. They aren't talking about the issues. They keep throwing smoke screens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And Timmy said it right there. Divide and conquer. That's what's been going on for years.
Yeah. A lot of people don't.
I want the jab. I don't want the jab.
A lot of people don't have too much appreciation for the FBI anymore.
Huh?
A lot of people don't have too much appreciation for the FBI.
Or the CIA.
Or either one of them.
Or Facebook.
Yeah. Facebook.
Or Instagram. Twitter.
Yeah. It's unfortunate, but because some of the things that have occurred over the last couple of years, who the hell knows?
It's all I really fully believe, whether I'm wrong or right, everything is about just kind of let's make them believe something over here because we're going to pass you in this lane over here and not tell you about it.
Well, it was proven that the whole Russian thing was a big fake. Finally came out.
What's that?
The Russian collusion thing came out to be a bunch of crock.
Mm-hmm.
We spent all that money on a crock of baloney. Now we're going to spend all this money on, this raid on his house in Florida. Who the hell knows? You're right. It's
Paul. If loving you is right, I don't want to be wrong. No, it's love. I even screwed that up. Crap. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right.
Oh, okay.
Shit. Couldn't even say that right.
Yeah. Oh well.
What about Russia and Ukraine? Come on, let's face it. If they're really at war, Russia could decimate them.
Yeah. You kind of thought that's what was going to happen.
So is it really about that?
I don't know.
You see what I mean?
Mm.
That's I have a hard time, thinking that a world power like Russia is just jumping in there and playing war games with them.
Yeah. Who knows?
They could absolutely decimate and level.
It's actually kind of quiet now. We're not hearing anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's old news.
Okay, and yeah, this is kind of what I think. Well, Victoria said, and the Democrats keep blocking the Hunter Biden thing. It's a serious situation. If Joe is the big guy and accepted bucks from China and the Ukraine. maybe that's why we are sending billions of dollars over there.
That's what people have said.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And Tim says it's always easier to spend somebody else's money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's our money.
Yeah, it's a game, and then we're paying for it in inflation.
Yes, we are.
To the tune of what, 11.5% now?
Yep.
Look at the lending rate.
Oh yeah. Big time.
Ouch.
Big time.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
These are all after effects.
Yep.
You know, so
yeah.
You know, put it this way: if let's say, okay, Ukraine is to Russia as Mexico is to the United States. Now, let's say we were at war with Mexico. Could we not go in there and just destroy it?
Well,
don't say no, because you know we can.
You got the cartel there. We don't know what the cartel's got.
They don't have nukes.
How do you know?
They
would never use nukes. No, they would never use nukes. No, they would use nukes.
Regardless.
Oh, I know.
We could go in there and just.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, half the Mexican population is over here already anyway.
Well,
they keep coming over.
Well, they're on our side now.
Yeah, they are.
But I'm just saying, I mean, we're not at war with Mexico or anything like that.
That ain't gonna
you know, but you see what I'm saying? Just look at the look at the size of the country. Yeah. Look at the economy compared, you know, to the two countries. You know, Russia and Ukraine. All right.
Yeah.
United States and Mexico.
Remember the Alamo.
Or Vietnam.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, I
no.
I don't understand if it's such a huge big deal. The whole Russian-Ukraine war. They could go in there and just level them instead of throwing out through a few jets and hitting one small target and this small target. Why aren't they bombing that nuclear facility?
That'd be dangerous.
Yeah, you're right. I'm not saying they should.
That's dangerous. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
So let me just change the subject real quick.
All I'm talking about, just so I'll let it go, is it's just about me against you.
Yeah.
So that's what I believe.
Yeah. So what part of your body dies last?
Is this a dad joke?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, Daryl just says they are shelling the nuclear facility there, but they're doing it around the facility. They're not actually shelling the building and the facility. Anyway, what part of your body dies last? I don't know.
Your pupils, they dilate.
Look at him.
We had to put a joke in there. But he's serious.
That was a good one. I like that one. Oh, well, regardless of what kind of yaya we're talking about today, it's just opinion.
Yeah, it's just opinion.
You know, when we're just trying to say, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? And Daryl says that was really good.
Yeah, you like that one?
Yeah, that was probably one of your better dad jokes right there.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know what's going to happen in the world. We can only estimate. We can only kind of throw things out there, see what sticks.
I think all of us have...
It's opinion, right?
Yeah, but I think all of us have the same concerns on what's happening in the country today.
Yeah.
No matter who you talk to, we all have the same concerns. I think a lot of people realize that that our country is going in the wrong direction. We're not happy with it.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're blindsiding ourselves because none of us watch the news anymore because we're not interested because of the crap that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, we're losing sight of what's happening.
Right.
So just
and that's really what we're talking about.
Yeah.
We're not really talking about Russia and Ukraine or anything else. It's about distraction.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Let's do Dad Joke Friday.
Ooh. Oh, well,
so on Friday, we'd love to have everyone have a dad joke locked and loaded.
There you go.
And we will go right down the line.
Yep.
Daryl makes a good point. Says Daryl, native.
Yeah, I know.
You know, from the Healthy Computer,
Yep.
School Street, Jewett City.
Gotcha.
He knows all about viruses.
Yes, he does.
Daryl says you have to watch the news and make your own opinions, you know, like we used to do.
Unfortunately, we all know nobody watches the news anymore
And why is that?
because they're sick of hearing all the crap that's going on. I don't watch the news anymore.
Yeah, me against you.
You know, I used to watch the local news, but then the local news got political again with the national news. So the only thing I'll maybe tune in would be the weather. That would be it.
Yeah.
I just don't.
And even that's sensationalistic.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it anymore.
Weather.gov. Believe me, you will get
Yeah,
the
you
best
can-
weather for you. I'm telling you.
You don't even have to listen to them because you can turn up. You can find out how the weather's going to be on any app that you could find.
If you want no frills weather, just go to weather.gov, put in your zip code. You know, it's text. It's not a lot of flashy video or anything like that. But I'm going to tell you something. If it says it's going to start raining in your area in 4 minutes, guess what? It's going to rain.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Well, the government controls the weather, so whatever. All right, that's it. We're done. Tomorrow, we have a guest scheduled. Not sure if he's going to show up, but we're hoping.
Yeah.
Steve Micatel,
Yeah.
Former state rep.
Yeah.
Going to come in and chat. Got a couple of newer co-hosts. Victoria will be in again.
Yeah.
For her third time, and Kathy Waslick will be here.
Yeah,
so
good.
So they were here once last week together, and it was good. It was good.
Good.
So anyway, that'll be tomorrow, right here on SNSN. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you very much for all of your input. I mean, it's always best when we get your input.
Yeah.
Because really, it's not about Paul and I, not at all.
Far from it.
And we love to hear what you have to say. So anyway, we'll see you tomorrow right here on SNSN.
Did you know that Allstate Insurance, the Trahan agency, has 2 offices now, Plainfield and East Lyme? And that's good news for you, since Kevin Trahan has been in the insurance business for well over a quarter of a century. Plus, he's easy to find. Just search in any browser, Kevin Trahan.